As your lobbyists, we're excited to welcome you to Jefferson City and turn the Capitol and lobbying over to you for the day.
We take great pride in lobbying on your behalf, but it's critical legislators hear from you, their constituent.
Our strength comes from our numbers and a well-delivered message. Here's your Realtor Party team to help prepare you to be a grassroots lobbyist.
Knowledge is power. Be sure to research your legislator and the priorities you'll be discussing. You can get to know your legislator by simply Googling their name. Check out their social media, campaign website, and member profile to learn about their personal and professional life, as well as any committees they may serve on. It's also important to review the talking points provided by Missouri Realtors ahead of time to think of real-life examples of how the issue has impacted you or your clients. And if you have any questions on either, feel free to reach out to our lobbyist. Speaking of lobbyists, I wonder what Sam and Adam are up to.
And she's going to introduce it, and then she's going to send it over to Caleb. Then there we go.
Now that you've researched your legislator and reviewed the priorities, it's time to get with your state political coordinator, or SPC, and form a game plan. Each state representative and senator will have an SPC, who will serve as meeting leader and explain the priorities. But as Adam and Sam mentioned earlier, our strength is in numbers, so filling the room speaks volumes, and your SPC may rely on you to share your personal stories or help make the ask.
Now that you have your game plan, let's head into the Capitol and meet with your legislator.
Don't be these guys. Running late can leave you frazzled, taking you off your game plan. Often your time with the legislators is limited, so be early.
Although our elected officials are from our own neck of the woods, it's still important to arrive in professional business attire when visiting the Capitol. You want to always maintain a good relationship with your elected representative, but remember you want to keep this a professional business relationship as well. Tips to remember: wear comfortable yet professional attire. The Capitol is a large building and there could be plenty of walking involved. Know where you are going. Be sure to have the room number of where you are going, and don't be afraid to ask a Missouri Realtor staff member or a Capitol Building staff member where an official's office is located. Be sure to give yourself plenty of time to find the correct office. Have materials with you. If your meeting with your official is canceled because he or she is in session, have materials on our issues you can leave behind, as well as a business card so they can contact you whenever they're able.
Here are some helpful tips for an effective meeting with your legislator. Number 1, SPC check-in with the legislative assistant. The state political coordinator should check in with the legislative assistant. When checking in, sincerely thank them, as they are critical allies when it comes to working with legislators. Also, session can be chaotic and the legislator may have to reschedule upon arrival. Don't stress. Leave the information provided by Missouri Realtors with the legislative assistant, and we'll catch them some other time, possibly in the hall, or call them out of session.
Number 2, introductions. Go around the room and have everyone share who they are and where they are from, especially if they're a constituent. And don't forget your business cards. You'll want to share those with your legislator as well.
Number 3, SPC shares priorities. The state political coordinator should share priorities with the legislator. This is the reason we are gathered here today. Make sure the focus remains on the issues and that the meeting doesn't go off track.
Number 4, personal stories. Put a face or circumstance to the issue by sharing personal stories. This allows a legislator to have a personal connection. Personal stories can often sway a legislator one way or another.
Number 5, share supportive material. The state political coordinator will be provided packets to share with the legislator. If you have any additional information you think is beneficial, please feel free to share.
Number 6, ask for their support on the issues. Having a basic understanding of where they stand is important. If we don't have their support or they are uncertain, respectfully ask if there is anything we can do to gain their support. Please note, not all will support our position, and that's okay. Please remember, session is long and there is one every year. They could prove to be a great friend on another issue in the future, so we don't want to burn that bridge.
Follow-up is essential so that we can continue to build off your lobbying efforts. Pass along any important information to our Realtor Party team, especially if a legislator requests any follow-up information.
Thank yous go a long way in this often thankless service. Missouri Realtors will provide you with a thank you card. Please fill it out and we'll get it delivered.
Now you're ready to be a successful grassroots lobbyist. We're proud to serve with you and for you.